Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod, and this is part 9 of Halo Reach Remastered, as I'm calling it. And, yeah, I may sound a little bit different. And the reason for that, basically, is that in the last episode I mentioned about getting my room and all that done. And basically I was just using it as like a sort of vlog, really. Well, since the recording of that last part, I wasn't actually expecting to do this, but I thought I may as well get ready and do it. Because the plasterer was supposed to come over on the weekend, of which I'm recording this, and give me a quote, which is now done. But I thought it might happen on the Monday. It's today, the Sunday now. So basically, I recorded the first, part 1 of the level Nightfall yesterday, and now I'm recording part 2 on the Sunday after he's been. But in between that, I've had to move things about, obviously, because I thought he might want to look around the room and whatever, and get behind the computer desk, which he didn't need to, but still, all this stuff had to be moved anyway for when he actually does plaster the wall and all that, so still useful that I needed to do this. So the computer's moved into a different room in the house. I wasn't actually going to use these until the room was done, but I thought, well, may as well, I've got them in the box, may as well get them out. So I've got a new mouse and keyboard, and I will actually go into that probably in the next episode. I mean, it depends how long this one is. But the main issue with this, really, is, well, where my screen is. It's a huge distance away. Normally, previously, I was right in front of the screen. And to my detriment sometimes, because I couldn't actually... it filled my field of view, so I didn't actually... Sometimes you'll notice in Let's Plays that I would miss things on the screen, on the hoods and whatever, of the characters, because it was just out the corner of my vision and I couldn't see it. Well, let's just put it this way. For the distance of where my monitor is, and it's the same monitor, I have not got my dual screen set up here. I don't have enough power outlets for it in this room, but so I've unfortunately had to go back to my single monitor setup, which thank God I actually have a bigger monitor, because I could imagine how worse this would be with the single monitor. But yeah, it's I've had to zoom in considerably the resolution on the monitor. It went from like 100% resolution to like 250%. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. And the other thing is obviously it makes it a little bit difficult to edit, to be honest, because it makes the timelines and stuff huge, but obviously that means you have to do a lot of zooming in and out. But yeah, slightly awkward. Anyway, I should really talk about Halo Reach, shouldn't I? And not my life, but even though I use these sort of as vlogs, I was actually trying to get the assault rifle. I almost called it the AK-47. No, the assault rifle is what I was trying to get. I'll tell you why I was calling it about to call it the AK-47 is because the other day I was playing GTA San Andreas, the definitive edition. Hopefully that will have finished by the time you see this. Like, I have no idea when all these are coming out and all that. They're just getting recorded in different things. Like there's Wreckfest, Gran Turismo 7, FIFA 23, this, Ratchet and Clank 3, GTA San Andreas the definitive edition. All these things are getting recorded at the same time, but they're all getting rendered and coming out at different times on the channel because of the re-uploads and all that. So yeah, it's all weird. And the other thing is, of course, with the way this channel works is or the way it works now, it didn't work like this back in the day, back when some of the re-uploads that I'm doing now work. But yeah, sometimes I got a game and I was just like, I want to play this, and I just put it in the thing, and then I was like, well, I'm doing too many things at once, which is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. But then I decided, well, I'm going to finish a game before I start a new one, which I probably should have done in the first place, and it's kind of what I did. I'm pretty sure I did a game after I did I mean, obviously that's how Halo previously worked. Did Halo Combat Evolved, then Halo 2, then Halo 3, etc. But what I'm saying is, specifically in regards to that, is like Dirt Showdown got ended, and then something else took over, if you know what I mean. Like, prior to that, it was like, oh, you know, I would be doing Dirt Showdown, and then if I fancied, say, doing... I mean, I was doing it before Dirt Showdown, but let's say I fancied doing Need for Speed Most Wanted. I wouldn't have waited for Dirt Showdown to finish. I would have just gone straight and done it. Because that's kind of what happened with... it's what happened with Ratchet and Clank, and it's what happened with... I don't know if I'll re-upload those, because... I suppose if I was going to do them, I'd have to finish the game. But Conker's Bad Fur Day, I was doing that on with the Rare Replay, and I only did like 5 episodes of that. And then I was like, well, I'll put this on hiatus and I'll come back to it. Yeah, that hasn't happened. But then again, I never thought I'd come back and finish Gran Turismo 6, which... This is what I mean by like the order of stuff gets messed up, because that started with re-uploads, and then originally on the old channel, I put that on hiatus, and then I decided to bring it back. And when I was doing the re-uploads, I was like, well, why would I ever put it on hiatus when I've got more episodes to finish afterwards? So I just started putting those as a thing. Now, going back into the actual story of Halo Reach here, we've basically got to protect a bunch of militia members here. And unfortunately, yeah, I wanted that assault rifle, and I couldn't pick it up. So I ended up picking up the rocket launcher. I probably should have swapped it. Well, the reason I didn't swap it for the sniper is because we're actually going to need the sniper later on. In like the next part of the level. Not at the powerhouse. Well, powerhouse is the name of the multiplayer map, but not at like the dam or whatever it is that's, you know, replacing it. That it's supposed to be, essentially. We don't need the sniper rifle there, but we do need it after that section, and obviously that'll be in the next episode. But that will also be the episode where I'm mentioning some of the new mouse and keyboard that I'm using, because they are quite nice. If only there's, you know, of course with me, there we go, the hydro plant. Of course there's always problems when I get stuff, you know. Mainly with what's it called? With the bloody software that comes with it. It's Logitech, and the G-Hub software just has so many problems. It will not load at all on my computer, which sucks, because that controls the RGB lighting on it. But I'll go into that more into the next episode. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, getting this setup is like also so much of a fire hazard. It's like just the amount of wires and everything. It's just plugged into like this 6 socket extension lead. I mean, it's all switched and everything, but I don't want to switch a game console on while the PC's on, which is kind of awkward, because obviously that's the main thing that I need to do. But then again, if the other socket accepted 10 and I could have a game console on the PC, it's fine. But anyway, yeah, I've been RobtheMod. Thank you very much for watching part 9 of Halo Reach Remastered on the Xbox One. And hopefully I'll see you next time for more Nightfall. Ta-ra.